uh, a person get lost from the home, like strength a person or dislike from each other. And in the third picture, a man working for their own like business, or like making signboards. That's it.
Thank you.
Do you
Okay,
guys
let's
have
choose.
any other idea, right?
Okay, I can see someone, his name is English teacher. Please type your name and country so we can pronounce your name correctly. Let's go to Jerry.
Hi, good morning, afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, please type your name and country, so I will let you to answer after Jerry, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, the name on your profile is English teacher, so please change it. Okay, thank you. Jerry?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna talk about the second one. In that one, I think that is maybe work exploitation, I don't know, or overworking, or plusvalia. I'm not really sure, because it says overproduction, and the potatoes, maybe they're falling on the floor. So I think that the worker in this case um, um, is fading because he's working a lot, so he's like being exploited. I don't know. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Rajesh, unmute yourself and share your opinion.
Hello, can you listen me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the first picture, the person is like they are protesting for job, okay, for against the government, okay. And second picture, in second picture, I think that if we are producing a lot of product without caring about the demand, then it will be not beneficial for us. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rajesh. Okay, we have Lakhdar.
Yes, can I speak?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can describe the first one and the second. The third one, I did not understand this picture. About the first picture, people demonstrate their need of job. There is two people, and behind them there is other people. They wanted to job. It seems that that was a business crisis in this time, and they demonstrate demanding job. This is the second picture. There is factory is overproductive. That means that throw this worker over. That describe the same situation. There is a business crisis in this time.
Thank you, Lakhdar. Okay, Jenny, do you want more participants to get involved in the picture, or it's time to move on?
I just want to know about your guys, your opinion about the third picture.
Okay, you still want someone to express his or her opinions, or you want to move on?
Some metaphor. So here I will quickly explain a little bit, right? Here you guys, I agree with you all. So here's the first picture. This something about human resources. So it's one factor of supply or produce. When we manufacture something, we need human resources, and it's also one important factor for supplying. And the second one, yes, overproduction. You can see here. That means you you explained it very well. Like when we don't care about demand, we just pay attention about producing. That will lead to overproduction. Yeah. So it will lose benefit. You're right. The third one, you can see here the picture like something metaphor, you know, some like here for what you mean that some people die, right? RIP, RIP, you know that. So some company like collapsed or bankrupt when the economy crisis, like currently during pandemic, some company like aircraft, right? They are bankruptcy. Okay, we will move to the next one. So now, who want to share? Please raise your hand. 6, 7, and 8.
Okay. The same technique for these pictures. If you want to share or describe any picture, just raise your hand.
Yeah. So here, number 6, you can see like from here, a guy here creating a lot of things here, job and some production, some products and something here, like a lot of company and multinational companies, they move to other country and creating job and building factories and a lot of programs and projects. Yeah. So picture number 7, you can see here some suppliers. They supply some products or cargo to the shop, like a village shop, right? But number 8, you can see a lot of buyer here or demand. So this all this kind of top picture relate to our topic today. You can see the picture number 9. So a lot of factors that impact on demands, and we can research more. Here we have some terms or terminologies about law of supply and demand. So somebody can help me to read like the first 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah, Jeannie, would you please zoom up the PowerPoint or make it as a diaporama, so we can all see.
Oh my God. Can see it? It's better?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's better to make it as a diapo.
Okay.
Just go in the bottom right.
Mm.
In the bottom.
Who are
You
raising?
mean full screen, right?
Yeah, full screen. Yeah, this one.
Can I?
Yeah, full screen. No, and the bottom right. Okay, let me help you. Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
thank you.
Yes, sir, Ken. Can I?
Yeah, Bilal.
Um, about supply. Supply the supply the relationship between price. Uh, 1 minute, sir. The relationship between price and the qualification supplied of a certain good or service. It means, sir, we are supplying like for a good relationship, like for our business, and like some companies nowadays doing these acts, like online business about on the egg and for their own business. It's my opinion, sir.
Okay, thank you. Lucy?
All right. So I just need to read the sentence, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Demand, the relationship between price and the quality demanded over certain goods or service. It's like, for example, if you open a store and how many goods and services that people want to buy, that what we call demand.
Thank you. Okay, Jury.
Okay. So is it just reading or explaining?
You can read the sentence and explain it. You can even give some examples from your city or country.
Okay. Shortage. At the existing price, the quantity demanded exceeds the quantity supplied, also called excess demand. So if I get it correctly, let's say that there is a store with 5 Game Boys, and there are 10 no yeah, and there are 10 customers. Then that's the shortage, or is it backwards? Is it like that, or is it backwards, Jenny?
Shortage, you mean?
Yeah, so to have more products, no, to have less products than consumers, or is it backwards, to have more more consumers than more products than consumers, or more consumers than products? Which one?
Yes. Who's the next one? Razis?
Okay, maybe you didn't understand Jury question. Jury, you are asking if it should be product or consumers in the sentence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like which one is bigger? Because here it says the quantity demanded, so that's the product, right? Exceed the quantity supply, so than the number of
Okay, first of all, which sentence you are meant to read?
Shortage.
Okay.
Shortage. Okay.
Shortage. At the existing price, the quantity demanded excess the quantity supplied, and it also called excess demand. It's here like the quantity demanded, like the product you want. Yeah, you want in here. Yes, you want, but more than is bigger than supplied product. So in the shortest condition, so you need more, you want more, but don't have another more to supply to you.
Yeah. It's simply if we have a shortage in the product, like we don't have enough product for all people in the area, and the demand increase, so automatically the price will dramatically increase as well.
Yep, right. Yep, we can have more in the next slide. We should move on to other.
Okay.
So now
Another
surplus,
one.
equilibrium, law of supply. Somebody want to share or read this
Okay.
for me?
I have here Jerome.
Okay. The, I think I will read.
Yep.
Or I will.
Read first.
Yeah.
Please.
Number 4.
Okay.
Surplus.
Surplus.
The okay. The existing price quantity supplied except the quantity demanded, also called excess supply.
Yes.
I think it means when you are selling something. When you are selling something,
You're selling, you're producing a lot of products, and it's over more than somebody needed. So that's we call a surplus and overproduction. Okay.
Thank you, Jerome.
The next one.
I want to give you a
example.
Example.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
For example, in my country, for example, according to of the law of supply and demand, in my country, for example, during coronavirus period, my country used a lot of time to, I don't know, to import staff food. So during coronavirus, the price of those staff foods have increased. So we don't have a lot of product, but we have a lot of people who need the products. Okay.
That's it in
something
shortage.
like
That's shortage. Here, if your country is producing a lot of products, but you cannot sell it or export it, so that's a surplus. Okay.
Thank you, Jerome. We have Rajesh. Okay, you can share your opinion.
Equilibrium.
Okay, equilibrium, the situation where quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied. The combination of price and quantity where there is no economic pressure from supply surpluses or shortage that would cause price or quantity to change. So this term tells us that if our supply and demand is equal, then there would be no change in price as well as quantity, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Here, demand will meet the supply, so no shortages and no surpluses. But here we have the word combination. Okay. The next one, law of supply.
Okay, let me go for it.
Yes.
Okay, law of supply, the common relationship that a higher price leads to a greater quantity supplied and a lower price leads to a lower quantity supplied, while all other variables are held constant. I'm trying to digest the meaning of this sentence. So producers tend to supply more product when the price is higher, right?
Yes. And here, please remember that the price is a motivated factor, yeah, to promote supplier produce more products. Okay, and when the price decrease, that will lead to lower quantity supplier, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Who wants to go for the last one? Law of demand. Just click on the button to raise your hand.
Yeah.
It's as simply as that. Just read the sentence, try to explain it to us or give us a meaning. Okay, Ahmed, Abdulrazak.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you are muted. Unmute yourself and go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay. The common relationship that a higher price leads to a lower quantity demanded of a certain good or service, and a lower price leads to a higher quantity demanded, while all other variables are held constant. So here, when a product have a higher price, then it will be less demanded, so the people won't be able to buy it, I think. So am I right?
Yes. So higher price. So customer don't want to buy at the high price. It's price increase. So customer will reduce their products, yeah, to buy. So that's why price and the quantity of demand will have a opposite direction. When price increase, consumer will reduce their product to buy, right? The number of products to buy. So if here we should pay attention that law of supply is the price, the relationship between price and supply is the same direction. If the price increase, the number of products to supply will increase. But here, if the price increase, the number of product to buy will reduce. So we have opposite direction. Okay, so we will move to the next slide. So here, I would like to invite Alia or Razis.
Okay, Jenny, we have someone raising his
Okay,
hand.
Razis.
Rajesh.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Can
have to
you
read
please,
only.
read the first paragraph for us, please.
Okay. Supply and demand form the most fundamental concepts of economics, whether you are an academic, farmer, pharmaceutical manufacturer, or supplier consumer. The basic premise of supply and demand equilibrium is integrated into your daily actions.
Yes, here we have the word pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical.
Okay, pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How about the next one?
Jenny,
Who are raising your hand?
Jenny is Pat. I think that someone asked the question in the chat box, Marine and Jerry.
Okay.
Okay, let me read it for you. What's the difference between law of supply and law of demand?
Okay, the last slide, right?
Yeah, the difference between law
Mm.
of supply and law of demand.
Yeah, here we can see the relationship between the price and the quantity supplied or we want to produce. Here, if the price increase, we want to produce more, right? But for the law of demand, when you are customer, the price increase, you don't want to buy more. So that's why you reduce the number of products you want to buy. So demand decrease. If you see the price higher or increase, so it's opposite here. Just for the normal products, some special case, but we don't mention here. Yeah, but for the almost a product, the normal products, not special product. That's okay.
Okay, for the person who asked the question, I think Miriam, is that okay?
Who? Okay. Here we can hear the contrast. Two law is a different, right? Yeah, the relationship between price and the number of products we want to produce and the price with the number of product we want to buy. Demand relate to consumer or buyer. Supply relate to seller or supplier. Okay.
Yeah, what I understood then by your explanation, sorry, is that the low supply is basically the increase of the price, but related to the quantity of the supply. So if it is low supply,
if the price decrease, you don't want to produce more.
Yeah, exactly.
So the product was produced when reduced.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. The next
Yeah,
slide.
so based on my understanding, the price, if the price increase, so it encourage the producer, but the contrary. So it like disappoint the consumer or the customer.
Yeah.
And if the price get down, so it encourage the customer to buy more since the product is cheap, and it disappoints the producer.
Yep, right.
Yeah, so if the price gets up and you are a producer, you will be happy. If you are a customer, so you would be sad.
Yeah,
okay?
Right. You're
okay,
right.
Thank you.
Yeah, like a mask here or sanitizer. Now the price increase, so you want to sell more, right? You want to sell more or produce more, but we are a customer, we feel upset. Okay, so we move to other slides here. Isham, hello, Mr. Isham.
Yeah,
Please help me to point out somebody to read the second paragraph.
Okay, thank you. So Susanta.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Can I read the second paragraph?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
please.
Sure.
All right. As the price of a good increase, the demand for the product will, except for a few obscure situations, decrease. On the other hand, when prices are higher, producers are encouraged to increase their levels of activity to reap more benefit. Okay, I did not understand the last sentence. When prices are higher, producers are encouraged to increase their levels of activity to reap more benefit. What does it mean, levels of activity?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Here, yes, here, you know, like when prices are higher, like it's keep increasing, so producer will be very happy to produce more, so they will raise the level of production to get more benefit. Yeah, so this sentence means that you are producer.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Jenny. So for the last paragraph, Dina.
Okay. Consumers typically look for the lowest cost, while producers are encouraged to increase outputs only at higher costs. Producers logically seek to sell their products for as much as possible. However, when prices become unreasonable, consumers will change their preferences and move away from the products. A proper balance must be achieved whereby both parties are able to engage in ongoing business transactions to the benefit of consumers and producers. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Do you have any comment about this passage? Yeah, Dina, can you hear me?
Okay. Actually, I don't know much about the economics and the terminology especially. But I think that this passage is clear. I mean, it's a logic passage. It's about the relationship between producers and consumers. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes. Yeah, we are customer. We always want to find out where is the lowest price to buy, right? Yeah. But producer, we looking for where is the highest price to sell it to make more benefit. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, can I say something?
Yes.
Yes.
Concerning the second paragraph, for example, if the producer like give a higher price to a product, neither the seller nor the seller will buy that product. So this will disappoint both of them. No one will benefit. So how do you explain this?
Here normally when the price increasing, yeah, so it will encourage a producer to produce more. So it's you need a profit per product. We can reap more. We can have more benefit. So we want to produce more.
Yeah, I would say the producer in that case will get benefit like from selling one product instead of selling 5 products because the price is already increased.
Yes.
So even if the producer is not going to sell a lot of product, as much as product like on the situation where the price is low, so the producer is still going to make a benefit on selling just a few products since the price is high.
Yep.
So that's, in
Yep.
my opinion.
Yep.
Jenny, you can clarify more.
Yes, yes, yes. So here, we have some symptom in our economy, like hoarding. Some people keep product like in the shortage, but artificial, not real. But they want to increase the price, like illusion, to sell their product with high price, and the producer or seller can have more benefit. Even seller or agent, some agents, they keep that product in their store. They can buy and they can have more benefit.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, we can move to the next slide.
Next
if
slide.
you want.
Yep. Who want to read? Anybody raise their hand?
Okay, we need some volunteers.
Mm.
Lucy?
Okay.
Yeah, Lucy, please unmute yourself.
A demand schedule is a table that shows that quantity demanded at different prices in the market. A demand curve shows the relationship between quantity demanded and the price in a given market on a graph.
Thank you. Mariam, for the next one.
Oh. Is a table that shows the quantity supply in the market. A supply curve shows the relationship between quantity supplied and the price on a graph.
Thank you. Dina?
Okay, so the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity occur where the supply and demand curves cross. The equilibrium occurs where the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied. If the price is below the equilibrium level, then the quantity demanded will exceed the quantity supplied. Excess demand or a shortage will exist. If the price is above the equilibrium level, then the quantity supplied will exceed the quantity demanded. Excess supplied or a surplus will exist. In either case, economic pressures will push the price toward the equilibrium level.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, Jenny, do you want
Yeah.
to clarify something in
So
these paragraphs?
anybody want to ask something? Here I read a question in the chat box from Mr. Trisna. What's the relationship between demand and inflation? Do you know inflation? So here we don't have that term in this slide, but inflation is a symptom when our money, like a money of our country, lost the value. So if inflation increases, you have to pay more money to have that products. So it will increase the price of product. So everybody want to keep the product. They don't want to sell because it's increased day by day because of inflation. Okay, so that's when be in shortage condition because they don't want to sell product because the price their expectation like they want to keep it and waiting for the higher price. Or somebody raise their hand like a Mr. Susanta.
Okay, Susanta,
All right, teacher. I have a question over here. It says in the last paragraph, I have seen the last sentence. It says, in either case, economic pressure will push the price towards the equilibrium level. So what does it mean, economic pressure?
Yes. So we will research more at the next slide. We will have some picture and graph to explain that. That's okay. Please bear with us to know more about next slide.
Okay.
Here, move to next slide. We have the interaction of demand and supply in the market of gasoline. That is an example. Somebody would like to read it? Please raise your hands.
Okay, let me read this for you.
Yes.
The interaction of demand and supply in the market for gasoline. Demand and supply for gasoline, the demand curve and the supply curve, D and S, intersect at the equilibrium point E with a price of $1.4 and a quantity of 600. The equilibrium is the only price where quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied. At a price above equilibrium, like $1.8, quantity supplied exceeds the quantity demanded, so there is excess supply. At a price below equilibrium, such as $1.2, quantity demanded exceeds quantity supplied, so there is excess demand. The word equilibrium means balance. If a market is at its equilibrium price and quantity, then it has no reason to move away from that point. However, if a market is not at equilibrium, then economic pressures arise to move the market toward the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity.
Yes, thank you so much for reading. Here we can see as a picture. So to illustrate the equilibrium price point E here and the supply with S, yeah, curve, supply curve here and demand curve here, and here you can see excess supply or surplus, and here when the demand is bigger than supply, we can see excess demand and or shortage. Okay. So here we move to research some factor influencing on demand curve and supply curve. There's some economic pressure to push our demand curve or supply curve move or shift. You can see here, move. These are symptoms we call move along the demand curve, and here we can call it a shift from this position to other position. Okay, and here between the demand curve and supply curve, we have the same symptom movement. We call movement along demand and supply curve. But we have two options, like for demand, the slope of the demand curve will be negative. However, the slope of the supply curve is positive. Yeah, you can see that. Somebody can help me to explain why the slope of demand curve negative? in case the slope of the supply curve positive? Anyone have any idea? No?
Okay, anyone wants to jump in, conversation, provide ideas, examples?
Here we call slope. If you
Yeah, Jenny, I can see some messages on the chat box. Yeah,
okay.
some members. Yeah, I think it's like a lecture. Please make it simple as possible. So we won't have like students complaining, you know. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, maybe we need a lot of background knowledge to understand as deep as you do. So we would kindly ask you to make it as simple as possible so everyone can understand, even if you don't have any background knowledge in economy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. A lot of here. So I can explain in the simple way. Or Isham, you want to explain it?
Okay.
As I said, yeah, as I said that the relationship between price and quantity, here price with the demand curve, yeah, abbreviation with D, and the relationship between price and quantity, we have slope, and the slope of this curve like opposite direction. When the price
This is the same explanation as you did before. Yeah, so always when price increase, so the quantity, we encourage the producer to enlarge the quantity, so they produce more because they are going to gain and to acquire more money, so they will be so happy to produce more. And whenever the price get down, so they are sad and they don't want to produce more because nobody wants to buy their product.
Yeah, nobody want to buy, and the supply of producer will lost benefit. So like a bankrupt, maybe. Yeah, so that's why the relationship between price and quantity for supply is the same direction. If the price increase, they will increase the number of product, right? And the price decrease, the number of product will be decreased, right? So that's why we have a positive trend, positive relationship between price and quantity. Here,
Yeah, I can explain this in other words so everybody can understand. So the producer and the customer see the price in different ways. So let's see, I am a customer, I am a consumer. So I always see the price differently from the producer. Let's say Jenny is a producer. So for me, when the price gets up, that makes me very sad because I am a customer. So I need to spend more to get the product. But for Jenny, as a producer, whenever the price gets up, so she would be very happy, and that makes her happy to produce more. So we see the price in different way. I would be happy when the price get down as a customer. Jenny would be very sad and disappointed when the price get down as a producer. So I think it's as simply as that.
Yep, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's okay. We should remove. Okay. So
Yeah,
here
can
we
move to the
have
next slide.
yeah, we have the other symptom, shift in demand. So we have two cases like a shift in work or left or shift outwards here. So some factor will impact to remove this curve, demand curve here. Like it will move to the left when fall in price of substitute, increase in price of complement. Do you know substitute or complement or
The complement.
yeah.
Yeah, the substitute when a new product replace an old product. Is that the substitute
Yes,
in
yes,
economy?
yes. Can you give an example? Like a tea and
Okay, I can give
coffee.
an example for a service, not for a product.
Yep.
Now online meetings and online classes
Offline. Yep.
are a substitute of the real and offline classes.
Yes, yes. So like tea and coffee is a substitute products or goods. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But burger with hot dog maybe is a complement.
Okay.
Or coffee with milk or sugar is they are complement, right? Yep.
Uh-huh. Okay, Jenny, just please keep an eye on the time. So if you still
So
have a
some
lot of
factor.
slides,
Yep.
yeah, you can skip some slides.
So some factor will impact on shipping the demand curve. Okay. Here's like for a prior substitute or something like this. For supply curve, we also have some factor, but we should pay attention that only the impact of price will make the supply curve or demand curve move along like from A to B or B to A. That's impacted by price of that product. On the other hand, by other factors, we make supply curve or demand curve shift from this position to other position. So here we have some factor or economic pressure. We make supply curve move and shift from this position, move here, not move along, move from this position to other position for the whole supply curve. We have some factor like resources, price, technique, production, rise of other goods, taxes and subsidies, rise of expectation and number of sellers, supply shock, and we have like this, some factor or economic pressure, like somebody asked before. We have for demand some factor here will make this demand shift from this position to the right side or the left side. Yeah. Or supply, we will have some factor here, we make it move to left side or right side. Okay. But here we can see expectation can impact both demand and supply. We can see here we also, because of some economic pressure, we push all supplier or demand move around with cobweb model. This will explain for the question why the demand and supply, they are adjusting to move to the equilibrium point here, the blue one. Yeah, we can see here when this price like a P1, the supply quantity will at Q2, but demand just a Q1. So here we can see supply more than demand, right? With supply more than demand, you can see that's we overproduction. So that's why producer have to reduce their price to sell all of their products. So the price will reduce to P2 here. P2 move to P1 to P2. At the P2, you can see the demand at Q2, but the the P2, you can see the supply Q2, but demand at the Q3, right? Here you can see. So when the demand higher, the supplier, this when we want to have more products, so we can encourage producer to produce more, and they will push the price from P2 to P3 here, from P2 to P3, right? At P3, you can see here the quantity of demand is a Q3, right? But the supply here is a Q4 as is. Still Q4 bigger than Q3. That's why the supply more than demand. So they have to reduce the price at here. So continue that, they will move to the equilibrium point. Okay. So we have some discussion for somebody. So how much time when we have, Mr. Isha?
Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe we can add some 10 minutes, something like
Okay.
that.
So here, somebody can answer this or share some experience about their country economy or some products they have a strength to produce. Like Mr. Isham, your country?
Yeah, thank you.
What
okay.
is your famous
Let me share.
product?
Okay, let me share some example what happened in my country during the situation of COVID-19. So many products here increased in terms of price since the demand dramatically increased as well, such as flour, eggs, and some other products that I can't remember right now. Yeah, so that's as simply as the law of demand and supply. So since the demand increased, because people wanted to buy as much as possible food, since they thought they will stay at home for a very long period without being able to go outside again. So the demand increased, so the price increased as well.
Yes, yes. We also have some example from Oscar Cruz, like demand and supply happen with production in the petroleum. Yeah, yes, we have that product. But
yeah, we have Rajesh wants to share his opinion or his examples. Rajesh, please go ahead. Unmute yourself. Rajesh, are you there? Okay. Maybe he's not there. So anybody wants to share an example about an economic situation in his or her country, for example,
You
during
know,
the
in
COVID-19
yeah,
situation? What kind of product went up in terms of price or get down? Yeah, if you want to. Okay, Karima.
Yes, so in Germany,
Hi.
we have Karima or Karina?
I saw Karima raised her
Karima.
hand. Yeah, Karima. Oh, okay. So
Yes.
Karina also pronounced similar. Okay, Karima from
Yeah.
Algeria. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes. As you said, Hisham, in Algeria before pandemic and after is a big difference, especially from for the special products as technological devices. So we see now that the prices are very, very, very high because the closed abroad and the many many offices are closed. So that's impact on the price and even clothes, even shoes, a lot of products are now very, very high in terms of price.
Okay, thank you, Karima. Okay,
Thank
for
you.
me, for me, basically, I don't see that all products get
Yeah.
high in price because I can still find very good opportunities in clothes specifically, maybe in my city. So I can find a lot of opportunity and discount in clothes like shoes, t-shirts, yeah, online on Facebook. So yeah, for clothes, I see that it's a good opportunity to get many clothes for summer or winter because the prices get down dramatically.
Oh.
But in terms of food, yeah, I agree with you. A lot of food increases in terms of price, especially the very basic food that we need for every day, like oil or flour or yeah,
Yes.
such a thing. Yeah, but regarding regarding clothes, I hope I'm not mistaken, but I don't agree with you because we can still
Maybe
find a
for
lot of things.
men clothes, but women clothes is a little bit different.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm talking in general, even for women, because last week my sister went for shopping and she got very good prices for her.
Oh,
She
good.
saw the discount on Facebook, and
Yes.
the day after she went outside immediately because she was scared if she would lose the opportunity, you know. Okay, thanks, Karima. Yeah, maybe we are
Thank
in
you.
different
So
cities.
you can share with me the link of your sister.
Yeah, sure. I will ask her to send you the link. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you need to travel to my city to the store. I believe
Okay.
you are living in a
Yes, you
different
are in
city.
Annaba, yes. Okay.
Not exactly. I am in the other side. I am in Tlemcen.
Ah, yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, I forgot.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Karima. So,
Thank you.
Karina, now from Germany, would you like to share
Yeah,
anything?
I also wanted to say that I think every country is concerned by
Sorry, Karina, accidentally I muted you. Please unmute yourself.
So I said that
Yeah,
many
I'm so sorry.
economy is really concerned in Germany. So all many shops, big shops, are being closed. And I wanted to know if you have also this situation that big shops where you can buy clothes are closed, if you have the same situation or not. And some industries are also changed, focusing on producing masks and hygienic, I don't know if it's right, hygienic products, disinfector. So there was also type of shift because it was Germany wanted to buy masks and other products in other countries, but they couldn't find them, so they had to produce them on their own.
Yeah, so basically producers are focusing on sanitizer product and for personal hygiene products instead of other products. Yeah, that's correct. And that's basically this is a global tendency for the moment, not only in your country. So yeah, so Fawzu, you want to share something about our topic? Please unmute yourself.
Okay. Yeah, hello to everyone. I'm late today to join the
yeah, okay, Fawzu, please, Fawzu, excuse me for interrupting you. Yeah, Jenny, would you please stop sharing your presentation?
For me or for Jenny?
Yeah, I'm talking to Jenny, so we can all...
Not sharing.
Yeah, just stop sharing if possible, so we can see each other. Yeah, okay, Fawzu, please go ahead.
Yes. Hello to everyone. Now for the pandemic time in my country, the price becomes very high. Everything becomes expensive, and people with the time of the quarantine buy everything in order to stay at their home. So this affected the economic here, and formally our economy is destroyed in Syria. But with the pandemic time, also everything becomes very expensive, and we live it. There is no cases or a little cases of corona in my country, but even though the price is very high and everything becomes expensive, and this affects our life. For the masks and for the gloves and even for the everything related to this sick is our country is in lack of it because there is many cases that makes us to live this life here. First of all, war affects our economy and our life, and even our sickness also. I can say that we can't protect ourselves in this time from the corona because we are in lack of everything. So this is the aspects of the corona in our country.
Thank you, Fawzu. Fatma, please unmute yourself and share your thoughts.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, please introduce yourself, then share your thought. Okay.
Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening from Indonesia. My name is Fatma. I work in certification company. So during this pandemic of COVID-19, especially in my country and in my company, no, not in my company, but there are so many company do laid off to the employee in my country, yes. But there are some kind of companies still grow up, like for delivery company, because we make so many transactions by online. Like you said before, your sister bought some clothes by online, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And also there are some home industry, like housewife during this pandemic, they will be provide like food for lunch, and they offer to some company to close with her home, something like this. So actually this corona is not only about a bad thing. So what you call it, I cannot explain.
Yeah, I think you want to say that the situation of COVID-19 is bad for some people, but it's also an opportunity for some other consumers, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
they
exactly
can,
like that.
yeah, so they can get the opportunity to produce more products, especially for producer that try to promote their product online for sanitizers or hygiene products, or yeah, such a thing. Yeah, so it's a very good opportunity for them to increase their sales in that specific and particular situation. Yeah, I
Yes.
got your yeah, okay, go ahead,
But
please.
you got my point, right?
Yeah, yeah, certainly.
Yeah, okay. I think it's enough.
Okay, so do you want to add something else, Fatma?
No, I just want to tell about I work in certification company, and there are so many other company asked to reschedule their audit. That's why this is make an impact also to my company.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, the situation of COVID-19 also affect the IELTS certifications. So a lot of IELTS institutions cancel their exams for candidates. Yeah, so it affects a lot of institutions. Yeah, so thank you, Fatma, for sharing that, and
You're
thanks
welcome.
for joining our conference. Rajash.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, please share your opinion.
Sorry, earlier my phone got discharged.
Okay, no problem. Do you still want to share something? I can see your hand.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So if I talk about demand and supply, if you talk about some companies, so for example, there are two companies producing the same product. Okay, one product as price is $5, and other company offering that product in $4. Okay, so means that if we have a 2 days, okay, you have to sell the product in 2 days. Okay, so what will happen? The consumer will purchase a lower price product much. Okay, so it's a strategy of the company that lower the profit and increase the supply. Okay, in specific time, like in 30 days, if the one producer is selling the product 50 quantities, okay, but the producer who selling the lower price of product, okay, then what will happen, that the smaller price product would sell more. Okay, in the same situation, the higher product price will sell only 50 quantities. Okay, but lower product price will sell 200 quantities. So profit will be increased in constant time. Okay, your time would be same, but your profit will be increased instead of higher price. Okay, so like we can sell a product with lower profit, but we have to increase the supply. That was my point.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So Ginny, I think we are running out of time.
Yes.
So it's time to wrap up our.
Yeah. So we also have some sharing from Christian Ghana. Also type in the chat box from Colombia, I think. Yeah. So no customer. Yeah. Customer or demand, very important. So no demand, no customer, we can't produce anything to, and supplier can survive without demand or customer. Yes, I agree with that. And here, I can share screen. Now it's time for readers. We have some readers to wrap up our section today. Let me share screen. Do you know about Kahoot? I will share screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Try to send the link on the.
Here, you type of Google and we have a link www.kahoot.it.
Yeah, I shared the link on the chat box. www.kahoot.it. This is just to play a game quickly. So go to the link.
What is the code pin? Oh, game pin.
Can I share screen right now?
Yeah, she will share with you the pin so you can get access to.
Presentation.
Yeah, okay. Jenny, please share the pin.
Yes,
of the game.
In 1930, the
Are you
Republican-controlled
ready?
House of
Can you
Representatives,
see?
in an effort to alleviate the effects of the anyone,
Can you
the
see?
Great Depression,
Oh my God.
passed
Okay.
the anyone,
Can you see the
tariff
screen?
bill, the Hawley-Smoot
Yeah, we can see
Tariff
screen.
Act, which anyone raised or lowered, raised tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone? Anyone know the effect? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression. Today,
Yeah, we can see it. So please copy
know what this is?
the
Class?
pin.
Anyone? Anyone? Anyone seen this before? The Laffer curve. Anyone know what this says? It says that at this point
Yeah,
on the revenue curve, you will get exactly the same amount of revenue as at this point. This is very controversial. Does anyone know what Vice President Bush called this in 1980? Anyone? Anyone?
We have 8,
Anyone?
9.
The tariff bill, the
We're waiting for some minutes for
Tariff Act,
other
which
to enjoy.
anyone raised or lowered?
9
raised
players.
tariffs.
Okay, so if you want to join, just go to the link we shared on the chat box and type the pin of the game that you can see it on the screen. Type your nickname and join in. Okay, we can start. Jenny?
Yeah, so can start, right?
It says that at this point,
you can see the question. If the population of the economy increase, which thing? Population.
Demand.
Yeah. Wow. So here we have 4 answer correct and 2 incorrect, like a demand, right? Population relate to demand. Okay. Are you ready for the next?
Yes.
What is the slope of the supply curve? Supply curve. Wow. Here we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have a plus. So it's positive, right? Not negative. Demand is a negative. The slope of demand curve is negative, right? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Next one. If demand decrease, which way does the demand? Demand decrease. Wow, nobody correct. The demand decrease. The demand curve will move to the left. Next one. If the resources supply decrease, the supply curve shifts. Resources price, like human resources price. Which one? Supply curve. 6 seconds, 5, 4. Supply curve. Okay, only one. Next one. 2 types of related goods, like a coffee and tea. Which one? Sandwich and hot dog. Coffee and tea. Okay. Okay, we have 4. Amazing. Wow. When's the demand? The population increase. Population or popularity increase. How about the demand? Popularity, like a population. Increase. About the demand? Okay, increase. Next one. Which curve, supply or demand, does the expectation impact? Expectation. It will impact supply curve or demand curve or both. Expectation. Expectation. Okay, we are 4. What happened? More supply than demand. More supply than demand. Okay, here we can see more supply than demand. That means overproduction. So surplus, right? Excess supply. Next one. When quantity supplied equal, the quantity demanded equals. Okay, 100%. Like, how about quantity, demand, and price? Move in the opposite direction. Demand and price. Which law? Which law? Demand and price. Which law? Demand and price. The relationship between demand and price. Wow. Yeah, law of demand, right? Wow, Lucy, the highest one. What happened when the quantity demanded outweighs the quantity supply? Demand more than supply. Wow. Amazing, amazing. Congratulations, shortage. Demand over or bigger than supply. Shortage, right? Wow. Pleasure, usefulness, or satisfaction of a good. What is that? Wow. Utility. That's this term. Yesterday we discussed about that, right? So now we can check. Lucy, congratulations. Congratulations for the highest, Lucy. And the second, Hesham. And Yuka from Colombia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
Exciting.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Very
everything we mentioned,
entertaining.
right? Okay. So it's all about today. Thank you so much for joining and listening for me. Thank you so much for the sharing, for everything today.
Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, please
Jenny.
stop sharing the screen. Yeah, thanks, Jenny, and thanks for everyone that participated in this meeting or in the game. You were amazing. Yeah, very nice to see you guys, and hope to see you next weekend on Saturdays and Sundays. So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. And
Bye.
see you next week.
Thank you, Jenny.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you, Sam.
welcome. Bye.
Bye.